to. I know that it's a challenge, and you gave birth at the age of 14. You dropped out of school.
Yes.
And I also understand that you had a child at 14. How were you able to surge through all of these challenges to attain the success you have today?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't at all.
Please give
like
us
I
details.
said,
most people just see the glossy part.
Yeah.
I went through the pit of hell. I licked poverty pots. But it was all good. I stood on the street of Lagos at a very tender age just because I had to give my daughter a life. I had to hide the identity of the father of my baby because he was in the force and my father was in the force. And my father told me, he said, Daddy, the day I meet this man, I'll kill him. And amongst his children, I was his first daughter, the 6th child, all boys. He loved me. He loved me so much, and he did everything humanly possible before the influence by peers, which was basically the reason why I missed it. What was the question again? I suffered. When I mean poverty, I was driven out of the house after I had my baby, 5 months exact on my birthday. I was 15 with a 5 months baby. And I was marched out of the barracks. And I had this wonderful, first of all, I had to squat here and there. Before I had the baby, when my father knew about it, one of my brothers told my dad. And the intention was for them to go and abort the pregnancy. Yes, now, because of the age, I was still in school and everything. Just wanted, my father, that was the first time I saw a man crying. My father cried like a baby. He cried and said, in my language, if any man or woman is watching, they will understand. In my place, when you cry, you talk. He started saying some things that I couldn't fathom, like the pain, the trust. I was more like his hope to him, the way he expressed himself while I was talking. So he drove me out of the house. I had to squat here and there, came back. He would send me out. Sometimes he would just look at me and tell me, Ada, I can't stay under the same roof with you. So it was really...
It was hard.
It was a struggle, and I had this... And at that time, they were... the barracks, I grew up in Nigerian Navy barracks at Jegule. That was where I was born and brought up. You know, people at that time, for a 14-year-old, I became more like an outcast, you know.
What were the kind of jobs you were doing? You
don't want to know the kind of jobs I was doing. Hey.
No, people want to know, because if somebody is doing that job
at that time, I said I stood on the street of Lagos. That's to say I missed it to the... I don't care, because let me tell you one thing. Some of us, we come out, and because people are still prostituting. If I said I prostituted at that time, I'm not lying. Yes, I got to that point. Because at the point, there was no place for me to stay. My friends will sneak me into their houses. To sleep. Today you're in the house, tomorrow you're out. And I was covering up for somebody at that age. What did I know? And that period was like everything happened at the same time. This is the first time I'm even saying this on national television. My parents separated the very month I took in.
Whoa.
So it was like the world was crumbling at the same time. You sleep here today, tomorrow you sleep here. A lot of us, let me tell you, they forget about being a celebrity or whatever. People are still going through hell. Like I tell people, when the Bible stated that we should bring up our children in the way of the Lord, when they grow up, they will not depart from it. I'm not trying to be religious. I've had addictions. I've battled with addictions, with alcohol. Alcohol, God is just taking me out of it.
Wow.
I used to perpetually, most times, get drunk. I smoked weed. My family stood, my friends, my man, my daughter. There were times they had to fight. My daughter would tell me, sometimes she would send me SMSs and I'll be like, what is wrong with you? I wonder, look, you don't know where they come from, just leave me. And I will still go back on my knees and talk to God. Because aside my family, that was the way. That was how I was brought up.
You found your way back at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, like I've been sober now to the glory of God for some months now. Yeah, because it's not been easy. There are times where, you know, so the truth of the matter is that whatever you find at that point, just hold on to it. For you to get yourself back, you have to start telling yourself the truth. You have to start speaking to yourself. Depression has been on long before now. It's just that our society and our culture and tradition do not permit a whole lot of things. The model I want to have is that I want to give back. I want to give back to like those people that gave to me, because there were people that harbored me. There were people that kept me in their houses. There were people that accommodated me. Like, I have a friend that will be friends in 79, and we're still friends. We talked yesterday. We could share it. I like to go back to Ajegule. And even when I was still fighting with alcohol and drugs and all that, I'll still go back drunk and still preach to people. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I'll still talk to them. I'll still tell some people, look, let me tell you, where you are today is not the end of it all. If I can be here, you can be here.
Yes, sir.
And another thing, another key thing, because you're down, does not mean you can never stand or rise again.